Welcome back, developers. So today we are going to be doing a simple number converter. The user will enter the value they would like to convert. For example, they want to convert 81, and then they specify the target value. For example, they want binary, and they get the binary equivalent of 81. And if they want to do the same for a hexadecimal value, they do it and they get the hexadecimal equivalent. So let's get into it. We just want to build a simple number converter which collects a decimal value and converts it into a hex, an octal, or a binary value. So basically, we have the hex method built in the Python which collects an integer. If you hover on it, you could see a tooltip telling you that it collects a number of class integer. So if you should print this, we are going to see 0xc, because C is for 12 in hexadecimal. And if you should try to get the same for octal numbers, which is similar to hex, it has a method of oct and collects an integer value. So if we print that, we get the octal equivalent of decimal number 12, and the same goes for binary numbers. And we get the equivalent. And if you notice, there is a common thing among these numbers. We have OX for hexadecimal, X signifying hex, 0O for octal, and 0B for binary. So in order to see the pure representation, we could easily convert this to string and slice it, so that we are just going to see C14 and 1100. Yeah, I know it may look too compressed, but basically what I just did was, for example, we have this to be the hex value. I just did this. Slicing is from start, which is index 2, meaning that it's going to start from here down to the end. I didn't need to say the length of hex, so I just compressed it all. So with that, we can move on to the next step. So we are working with user input. So we want to collect an input from the user, asking for the value, decimal value they will like to convert. And the target, that is signifying what they want to convert it into. So we can convert this into lowercase, and then we could say if target is equal to page, we should print value in hex form. Or no, let's say the hexadecimal equivalent of value is equal to this, and then we slice that as well. After converting it to a string, we need to convert this to an integer as well. Alright, so we are missing a colon, so no errors. So the decimal value we would like to convert is 12, and we get the decimal equivalent of 12 is equal to C. We need to add 4 octal values and binary numbers. If it's a oct, make it oct. If it's a bine, make it bine. And else, just tell them invalid input. And make all these else if statements. So now, if they enter 13 and they want to convert to octal, we could get 15. Let's change all this. And we get 12 is 14 octal. But now, as we already know, this is too much, so we could easily make it easy to modify. For example, if we want to change all this, instead of saying hexadecimal, we want it to be hex, we want octal to be oct, and we want binary to be bin, which is bine. We have to manually go through this full code to edit it, which is not really easy to do if it were a bigger set of values. So another approach could be that we map the target values in a dictionary and we specify which text should be stored for each and we say O for octal and B for binary. And here we could now change all this and say target vowels with whatever the user inputs. So if they would like to convert 12, we enter hex. Here we get the hexadecimal equivalent of 12 is C. So this is a simple program to convert values from decimal to any numeral value type. You can play with this, you can modify it. I tried my best to make this its most simple form, just so that you on your own you can make it advanced. You could make it in a way that the user can select their input value. Like for example, they want to convert from hexadecimal to binary. The user can tell you, I want to convert from hex by specifying hexadecimal, and I want to convert to binary. I want to convert from hexadecimal to octal. I want to convert from octal to decimal, and so on and so forth. And it's going to be a huge program, but it's different and it's going to make you think. So that is it for this video. Like and subscribe if you like to see more of this. Keep on practicing and be the best you can. See you in the next one.